Hey guys, this is Jadirah Sarmad. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm so excited for the holiday season, and that's why I decided I'll do a festive glam makeup look. Now here in Pakistan, we just got a long weekend that got me super duper pumped, and we have the Shadi season upon us, but we also have Christmas and New Year coming up. So yeah, I hope you find this video helpful. So first I'm starting off with a primer, and this is like the Makeup Forever HD primer. It's a smoothing primer, and I'm just using it to smooth out my pores. I'm not going to be using it all over my face because I don't feel the need for it. So yeah, can you see the difference it makes? I'm just using it on the other side of my face as well, and then I'm going over with Kryolan TV Paint Stick, which I use as an orange corrector, and that's because I have a lot of discolorations, and also my face had a tough month. As you can tell, my face look a lot tanner than my hand. It's as if somebody else's hand is doing my makeup, but yeah, I'm just covering up my dark circles and all my blemishes and everything like that. So I'm going to take my time with that. And then moving on to Clazona BB Plus cream. Now this is a BB cream that was recently launched in Pakistan. It comes in 4 shades. The one I got is Asian Glow, and this is like the darkest shade, but you can tell it is pretty light for my face. However, it's not light enough to match my hand, so I just like to use it with my fingers. It offers pretty heavy coverage. I mean, it's super duper good. It does not feel cakey or heavy on the skin. The coverage is pretty much medium to full. What I like to do is that I like to spread it with my fingers, and in this video I will be going over with a beauty blender, and that's because I was doing a full glam makeup, so I would be putting up like powders and stuff like that on top of it. I mean, if I were doing it just for like an everyday makeup look, or like something for office or something, I would totally just use it like a moisturizer and apply it like a moisturizer. However, since I will be putting makeup on top of this, I prefer to use my beauty blender to shade it out a little bit, and I don't like to go in with like a super duper heavy coverage in just one go. So here I'm going to be using my Kryolan banana powder, and this is something that again I got recently. It's good. It's not the best powder out there, but it's pretty good, especially if you're on a budget. So I'm just going to pack this on under my eye area, and that's because I want my under eyes to really brighten up. So this, what I'm doing right now, is called baking, and I basically also just left it just like that so that my eyeshadow that I will be using now does not fall or does not ruin my base. I just like to do my base before anything. So I'm using the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, and I'm first going in with the shade Man Eater. Now this is a very pretty shade of red, so I'm just using that as a transition shade in the crease of my eyes. And I got this Huda Beauty palette fairly recently as well. I mean, I know it has been out for a long time. In fact, they got another one out recently, but this like Huda Beauty, I just find the brand to be so expensive that I cannot justify the amount. And I got this on a whim. I was like, okay, fine, like they have another one out, and I've heard that they will be taking this one away from the shelves soon, so I did not want to miss out, and I finally splurged and got it. I would say though that it is well worth its money, and I do get a lot of use out of it. It is in fact one of my favorites at the moment, so if you are looking forward to buying it, I would say go for it. Like seriously, it's pretty good. Now I'm going in with a fluffier brush to just blend out my eyeshadow even better. Yeah, that's when I got it, and I was just checking out which brush is that. It's Sigma Beauty E40. It's one of my favorites for blending out my crease. So work it up. I'm just like I'm fairly new with eyeshadows and stuff. Like I don't do eyeshadow looks often anyways. So now I'm going to try a cut crease, and this is like a partial cut crease, not exactly half, more than half, but definitely not a full cut crease. And I'm just using Luscious Angel Eyes primer for the purpose, so that the color that I will be using on top of it pops. So yeah, like I was saying, like I'm a newbie to eyeshadow, so I experiment from time to time. I mean, I do love eyeshadow, but I prefer just wearing a winged eyeliner. Anyways, now I will be going in with the shade 24K, which is this beautiful shade of gold. I haven't seen anything like this in a palette in a pressed pigment form personally. I mean, I'm sure there are pigments like that out there, but this is like pretty dope. You can use it wet or dry. I'm using it dry here, but I am packing it on with my finger because I feel that gives me the most color payoff. So I'm just doing that over the top of the primer that I put, and this is basically the cut crease shade. I mean, okay, don't drag me, I'm still new to it. I'm just going to replicate that on the other side of my eyes. And guys, let me know if you guys like talk through videos or voiceover videos, because I personally feel I ramble a lot if I do talk through videos. It becomes a headache for me to edit, and that's why I always end up doing voiceovers or, you know, just putting music on the top. Anyways, I just prefer this format, even though doing makeup videos takes a lot of time. I mean, the editing part, it's super duper lengthy. It takes a lot of my time. Like, it takes a day to get done with these videos, and by a day I mean you're not doing anything else. Anyways, now I'm going in with ABH Subculture palette, and I'm using the shade Excess. I just decided I'll throw in a darker shade on my outer corners to, you know, add some depth to the eye makeup. And I know I have to make a video on this palette. Been a while since I got it. I just never got around making a video, and then I thought, you know, like, everybody's already hating it, and I just was not sure. I know a lot of you guys requested for a review on my Instagram, so I will be doing that. I just haven't been able to find the time, to be very honest, to sit down and make a detailed video on this palette, because I have a lot to say. But for now, I would say it's not as bad as it initially seemed to be, and I do enjoy the colors and everything. It does have some cons, but yeah, I'll discuss that in another video. So now I'm just going over with some Maybelline gel eyeliner. This is in the shade Noir, and I'm just going to, you know, do a very thin eyeliner. I just feel that it's a must for me to do eyeliner whenever it comes to eye makeup. Otherwise, I just do not like the look. I mean, there are very few looks that look good without eyeliner on me personally. I mean, that's what I think, at least. I'm still practicing. But yeah, so I always have to do a winged eyeliner, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. I do have a detailed video on how you can do a winged eyeliner, so definitely do check that out. I will link it up in the card or also in the description box, so do check that out if you want to know how to achieve a perfect winged eyeliner look. So I'm just going to do that on my other eye as well, just showing you guys everything in today's video. And this does take some time. You have to be quite precise. Also, doing eyeliner with eye makeup helps if you're going to be wearing eyelashes on top, like the falsies. It really does help with that. So that's, I think, yeah. Okay, first we're going to use mascara, and this is Clinique High Impact Mascara. I've had it for a while. It's pretty good. I mean, I don't know if I'll spend a lot of money to buy a mascara from a high-end brand like Clinique, but it's good. I just got the sample size, so I've been enjoying that. And now I'm just going to dab under my eyes and blend out all of that bakage, or all of that powder that we put under our eyes for baking. So you can see my under eyes look a lot brighter. And now going in with this ABH contour kit, I'm basically going to use all of the three darker shades, the contour shades, on my cheeks. I mix them all. This is light to medium kit, and I feel it works for my skin tone. I mean, they do have two darker ones as well. They have, I think, one called medium to 10, and then I think 10 to deep or something like that. I just use the lightest one. It works for me. It sails my boat. So yeah, I think it would sail yours as well if you are somebody who has the same complexion as me. I'm just using this e.l.f. brush for everything. I'm just very frugal when it comes to my makeup. It's just like, there are days when I just use the same brush for every single thing. Now going back in with the Subculture palette, I'm using the shade Untamed, which is a dark olive shade, and I'm just using it under my eyes. It kind of matches Excess when applied, which I wish it did not. I wish it was a truer olive. Anyways, I am just taking it under my eyes, and here I am using my pencil brush from Sigma to smoke it out a little bit. This brush is so good, and by the way, most of the brushes that I used in this video are all Sigma brushes. And if you guys want to purchase them and you want to save some money, use my code Jadirah to get 10% off on all Sigma beauty products. They do ship to Pakistan, and you don't have to pay customs. I mean, usually you don't, and they are pretty reasonable. Save some cash. It's really, really good. Like, I would highly recommend you to try out Sigma brushes. I've had some of these brushes for like absolute ages, and none of them have ruined or like, you know, gone bad even a little bit. So I would highly recommend you trying out Sigma brushes. They're just so good. They're like my ride or die. Not even kidding, not saying it because I'm affiliated. I genuinely love Sigma brushes. And then I'm just going in with my blusher, which is also by Clazona. This is a pretty dark red shade, and that's why I made that face earlier. When I had it on, I was using it with a fluffier brush. And now we're going in with ABH Glow Kit. This was their collaboration with Nicole Guerrero. I love Nicole, and I love this palette. It is so good. This is like my go-to highlight palette, and I'm just going in with my fingers as well to just intensify the look, and then I had to make sure that I blend it out really nicely. So that's what I'm doing. I used the darkest shade in the palette, which is 143. It is quite beautiful, works for our skin tones, would work for anybody darker. And then we're going in with ABH Brow Wiz. Now guys, you know me, I hate doing my brows. Like, I just don't know what to do with my brows. I just feel they are fine, they're okay the way they are, and I don't like doing much. But for the sake of being a beauty guru and whatnot, I'm just filling in some sparse areas with this Brow Wiz in Ebony. Basically just doing the front bits, whatever is showing. I just don't like doing my brows. I just feel I end up looking like Frankenstein. I just don't like that Instagram Betty brow look on myself. I just don't get it. I just love simpler, natural brows. Okay, time for falsies. So I'm just using these super duper inexpensive eyelashes that I got from UAE. They are made out of plastic, I think, but I just really like the look of these. I mean, they really pop my eyes open. I just love the cut and look of these. I think I showed, yeah, I did show these in one of my UAE videos. I think like things you can get under 5 dirhams or something like that. So definitely do check that video out as well. It's quite interesting. And now it's time for lips. So I am using LA Splash Ursula liquid lipstick. It is the classic red lipstick that, you know, anybody would love, and it might not really, you know, like go with this eye look. I think, I mean, initially when you put it on, you might be like, okay, this is too much, but again guys, it's festive season, so a red lip was a must. I really wanted to do it. It does not look too bad with eye makeup. It would look good, trust me, it would look good at the end. But yeah, otherwise you can totally swap it with something neutral. And that's me. Here comes the awkward posing, pretending to be all pretty and cute when I'm neither. But yeah, I just caked on so much makeup. Happy holidays, have fun, look at me being a goof. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. That's all. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye.